Hello and welcome to Inspiria Gyan series podcast, and this is going to be a second episode, and this is season 2. And with me right now, a very special guest. She's from fashion department. Her name is Payal Kumari. So Payal, thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me here for the series.
Yeah, so it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And in this episode, we are going to talk about fashion photography. This is one of the leading and high growing career options available for the talented youngsters. So about fashion photography, this ask you few questions related to fashion photography so that our audience will get to know more about it. So my first question to you is that what exactly is fashion photography?
Okay, so obviously, just as the name suggests, what I feel fashion photography is more of a photography genre aimed at highlighting and emphasizing different parts of fashionable articles like the clothing, the accessory, the hair, and the makeup, and other fashionable items. And it also focuses on the posing of the model, the lighting, and how it overall comes as an output. And in fashion photography, I would like to mention that the photo subject is the entire look, the attire, and not the model. So it includes a lot of post production. And so the touch up is a very vital is playing a very vital role in it, and so Photoshop and some other computerization skills are really required in it.
Yeah, that's right. And I completely agree with your point. And that brings me to ask you a second question, which is related to this answer. What exactly fashion photographers do?
So a fashion photographer is tasked with capturing images focused on the ensemble, the attire, or the other fashion items, just like I said, the accessories, hair, the makeup, or the shoes. So, and what I personally feel is that a fashion photographer can capture both the model and the entire look without one dimming the other. It makes the model look very enigmatic, and the same amount of enigma holds for the look as well. So there is no any kind of a thing where something or the other will shine more in the photographs.
Okay. This is going to be a very interesting question because every now and then we use e-commerce sites and we visit it and we often order a lot of things from these e-commerce sites. So my question to you that what is the role of fashion photography in e-commerce?
Okay, so when we are talking about the e-commerce, which is booming a lot these days, we are shopping all the time online. We are preferring to shop online, and while shopping online, there are some disadvantages. But what I feel is there are advantages where we can see the pictures and the videos of what kind of article we are buying. If especially if it's the clothing, so that is the role of fashion photographer plays, that they go for the catalog shoot. And catalog fashion photography is again a subgenre of fashion photography where they shoot the catalogs, and then the audience or the consumers, they go to the websites and they see all the articles where it's perfectly placed in nice backgrounds with the nice lighting, where the garment or any kind of article is really highlighted. So that's their role.
Okay. So this is going to be also a very interesting question because many of our audience they want to become a fashion photographer. So I just wanted to know from you that what are the career opportunities available for those student who wanted to carry forward their fashion photography career?
Okay, so this question is obviously very important as it serves the query for the career opportunities, which is really important when you're following something like photography. And first, the students, they can get a official degree, they can get the training, then they should start learning. After the theory, they should always practice the all the practicals. They should go for the shoots, they should start becoming a freelancer, and then they should start assisting if they get the chance to any photographer, and by obviously going for all these experiences, they will come across different sectors where they have a role to play. Like there are different sub genres for fashion photography, like street fashion photography, then there's editorial. So editorial fashion photography works for the magazine shoots, and there you will be working as a photographer for the magazine like Vogue, Cosmopolitan. Then as we discussed earlier, catalog for the website. Then there's advertising, where you will be shooting the advertisement that is obviously put up on all these banners across everywhere. And then there's runway fashion photography as well, where you are chasing all the models who are showing there all the new collections of different kind of fashion houses during different fashion seasons.
Okay. I just wanted to know from you, who are your best top Indian fashion photographers?
Okay, so obviously I have some, and I admire some a lot, and I have some special favorites. So the first one will be Tarun Keval. He shoots all the campaigns for Sabyasachi, and Sabyasachi being my favorite fashion designer, I really like to follow his work. Then there's Atul Kasbekar. He is obviously very famous to shoot the Kingfisher calendar. So that's where we got to see Deepika Padukone initially. Then there's obviously the most famous one is Dabu Ratnani, who shoots his annual fashion, annual fashion calendar with all the Bollywood stars. And he's also judged India's Next Top Model and also Miss India competitions. Then there's Jatin Kampani. He has shot for Dove and L'Oreal. He's into more of advertising photography. And there's this new generation photographer. He's young, Rohan Shresht. He's the son of photographer Rakesh Shresht, and he does editorial for all the magazines like Grazia. And the last one would be Vikram Bawa. He introduced the 3D photography in India for the first time. So these are some of my favorite and admired photographers in India.
Okay, so let's assume that some of the audience, they are interested in fashion photography, and they are actually, but they don't know how to promote their photography. So what advice and what tips would you like to give to them?
I would obviously say to them that please start with your theory, the composition rules, and you have to keep in mind everything, how the camera actually works, what is the technology behind it. And when you're done with that, you should go for freelancing. You should see how you can capture and do your composition out there in the world when you're not staging it. And then after you are going for your experiences, do freelancing. You can promote it over your social medias, or you can obviously every time you can anyway make a portfolio online. So, and you can promote that profile of yours, of your the portfolio online. You can promote it on the social media as well. So that will make a lot of publicity for your photography, and that's how you are going to start with the journey of photography.
That's right, and I just wanted to include one more thing here. Instagram can be a very powerful tool if you want to showcase your work. And professionally, if you want to showcase your work, LinkedIn can be your thing. So this is my suggestion. Payal ma'am can also add if she wants to.
Yes, the photographers can build their portfolio over Behance. They also have the Adobe also have a website where they can put up their portfolios, and then they can promote it to Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, obviously, and try to showcase their work in some of the exhibitions if it's there, and try to participate into more of the competitions of photography. So that will give them a lot of exposure.
Yeah. So is there any qualification for fashion photographer, or anyone who is interested can go ahead and create a great career?
Yeah, so this is a question. I think photography, I see it as a passion, because I was really interested as a child to do photography some years back. So this is a confusion that everybody who is interested in photography will come across. And what I will suggest is that you should go for the technical training, a degree, formal professional degree in it. Because without degree, you might have the skills, but with degree you get the the wings to actually be in it. You become a professional in it, and it's not that amateur photographers, they do not excel, they do, but obviously those who are having degrees, they have a advantage over them.
That's right, and somewhere you need a mentor as well who can guide you what you are doing right and what you are doing wrong. So it's very important to take this course on a professional basis. This comes to the last question I'm going to ask you. Let's say someone is thinking to become a fashion photographer. So what is the initial package the industry is offering these days?
So right now the industry is offering above 4 lakhs. It's around 4 to 4.3 lakhs, which is around 35 to 36,000 per month. And I think that is a really nice package to sustain. However, you will obviously struggle in the initial terms, because it's like that. The more you have experience, the more you feel better about it, getting paid more and more. And apart from that, you can always go for lots of projects multiply, and that's how you can earn more.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And thank you very much for giving your time. Audience, if you have any questions, please write into the comment section. We will try to give you a reply. And once again, thank you for watching this podcast. And thank you once again, Pal ma'am. It was
Thank you so
pleasure.
much, sir.
It was pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
Yeah. So that's it from the podcast today. We will meet you in next podcast. Till then, please take care of yourselves. Thank you. Goodbye.